So we are talking about the movie Road Games. This not to be confused with the old school stated Keats movie Road Games. This is a 2015 movie written and directed by Abner Pastel. Now this one is both spoken in French and English, so be prepared to read some subtitles. I would say it's about 60% spoken in French, 40% in English. It's obviously set in France, so that's the reason why. And the story here basically focuses on two young people, one of which is played by, let's have a look, Andrew Simpson. And he's his character, English guy called Jack, who's basically kind of travelling through France, trying to get back to England. He meets up with this young French girl called Véronique, and they kind of form a bit of a bond. And this is all in the backdrop of this region in France which has been terrorised by this serial killer called the Road Killer or something. And they meet up with this kind of like... this older couple, this old married couple, the wife played by horror legend and scream queen Barbara Crampton, who I have to say is looking absolutely fantastic. I've got to say, she is a total MILF, I'm just saying. Anyway, so they end up sort of staying at this place, and then weird things start to happen. There's strange occurrences, nothing supernatural, but suffice to say there's kind of lots of secrets that are going to kind of be being peeled back, very much like a French onion there. And obviously we learn secrets, and people are maybe have got hidden agendas and stuff like that. So that's kind of all I'll say in regards to the plot. It's a very slow film. It's very much a European flavour to it. So let's get into the positives and negatives. I will start off with the positives of this film. I have to say it looks beautiful. I think that France is a beautiful country. It's one of my favourite holiday destinations, and it really this movie really captures that, and I feel, and it looks absolutely fantastic. I think the cinematography, the direction, all the location shooting, absolutely fantastic, and the majority of the acting as well is really good as well. Obviously there's a lot of French actors here, and you really get that kind of like that European flavour. And I have to say, I always find it quite difficult to judge acting if it's not in the English language, because obviously it's more difficult to tell. But here, even though they're not speaking in English, you can tell that there's some good acting going on here, with the exception of one person, which I'll come on to. So that was quite good. And then there are some kind of like it gets kind of weird, and it has some quite interesting imagery that kind of goes onto it. Onto the negative stuff, it is a little slow. I feel it's a little bit too slow in times. I mean, I don't mind a slow burn, but I feel this movie was kind of spinning its wheels a little bit. I mentioned some of the acting. Andrew Simpson, who plays Jack, whilst I wouldn't maybe say he's bad acting, he comes across as a little gormless at times, and I think it's a combination of acting and the way his character is written. So I didn't feel like he was a particularly strong character, and therefore not a particularly likeable character, but he just seems a little gormless and a bit stupid at times. So I didn't particularly like his portrayal, but overall the acting I felt was quite good. The main issue I feel will be with most people is I don't feel this film, even though it's slow, it kind of misses stuff, and it doesn't really explain what's going on particularly well. There is kind of a twist ending here. Obviously not going to spoil it for you. It's fairly obvious if you ask me, but it's not, even though it's kind of obvious, I don't feel it's well enough explained about what's happening. And there is this other character that will come in around halfway through that is so bizarre, and I just don't know the purpose of this character, why they're in there, and it doesn't make any sense to me, and is really not touched upon again. I don't understand. Take his character out, and if this would have been a better film, you take that whole character out, and it would have improved this film to no end. It doesn't make any sense. And basically, the rule of thumb with this film, pretty much everyone in France is some kind of lunatic of one way or another. That's kind of what you'll get from watching this movie, because pretty much every French character in this movie has some kind of issues going on. So I feel like it's an interesting film. It's more of an arty kind of film, but I don't feel it works particularly well. It's a kind of a horror film, and I don't feel it goes well enough to kind of giving you the story beats well enough, to be honest. It's okay. I kind of enjoyed it, but I have to say it's pretty forgettable, and I feel it will be frustrating to watch for some people. And that, I think, is going to be the key criticism I have this film. I still kind of liked it, to be honest with you, but I will understand it's a legitimate criticism. I feel that it will annoy people. So with that in mind, I'll give this movie a 6 out of 10, but it's totally worth watching this film for Barbara Crampton alone, because she is totally hot. Woo! She is lovely. So definitely check out. If you're a kind of B-movie horror fan, you're going to know who that is. Anyway, 6 out of 10 for me. Have you seen it? What did you think of it? Leave a comment, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.